Hi, it's Michael from Culture Talk and Tours, and I'm here in Nantou province, Taiwan, at the Gaong Xing Paper Mill. We are going to be making paper today and learning about everything with paper.
什么样的材料可以做手工造纸呢？就是有纤维的植物。
We are inside the little museum. In the past, there were hundreds of little paper mills, paper making mills, and now there are only 4 left in the area. If you look at this display here, it shows the 7 steps of how to make paper. You can pick it, it is cooked, and then it is soaking. And then here they're saying stringing and hammering it, and this is the fiber here. Here they are making, pressing the water out, and the last one is drying. And this behind me is an old paper making tub, so you can see they would use the big screen to go in, pick up the fiber, hold it up, shake it, and it's all on these little bamboo woven mats. Later in the video, you're going to see me making my own paper. Now behind me, you can see examples of different fibers and things that we can add to the paper. So we've got some wheat here, there's some bamboo, some maple, and this one is even tea. So this has the aroma of tea. You could put this in your screens and have the aroma of tea. You could wrap a gift with it, you could make a book, and then this just shows different flowers and fibers that can be added to your paper. When the Japanese left Taiwan, this art form stayed, and the Taiwanese people continued to develop different products. So behind me we've got the qipao dress cut out of the paper, and around the museum are many products that can be made with this handmade paper. The most popular being the hongbao gift envelope for the Lunar New Year. There are different trees that we can use to make handmade paper. This behind me is the Malabar chestnut, and they use it to make a liquid that makes the paper pulp fluffy and smoother, so when you make paper it'll be not so rough. This behind us is a mulberry with a longer fiber. So if you're doing a really long piece of paper and you want a long fiber, you would use that one. And then this one at the end has a shorter fiber. It's just called mulberry. And that's a shorter piece. So maybe that's what the one that I made is with.
树皮用在文化上，木浆用在日常生活上。
Now behind me shows different fibers that are used to make paper, and our guide was saying they don't waste any of the tree, so different products are made from all the different parts of the tree, the bark, the leaves. The rooster really likes the paper, so you can see that you can even make some rope with it, and different fiber will have different texture and different color of paper. Puli is famous for the 4 W's: weather, water, women, and wine. As I was saying before, the water here in Puli is famous and quite prestigious for the quality of paper that it can make. This is the mulberry fiber after it's been boiling for one day, and then this you can see after it's gone through the machine behind me. We would just add this to water and use the screen to make paper. So it's almost like a blending machine here behind me. These are the ladies that are soaking the mulberry fiber, so it's ready to go in the blender. For really fine fiber, if you want a really light texture paper, you would use the pulp blender, and you can see that it's crushing it more than the one we just looked at. And the fiber below here is very, very fine. So we would just add this to paper and we can make a almost texture-free paper. So it's quite interesting. You can see this water that's being flushed onto his screen has the pulp in it. He's not having to dip it in the water. And if you watch him at the end, he's going to add a little piece of string, because all of these sheets of paper are going to be pressed together and it'll be difficult to separate them. We've made the paper, we've pressed the paper. Now let's see how they dry these large pieces of paper. And these ladies behind me are drying the large sheets of paper that we just saw made over here. So instead of the little one like mine, they have these large sheets, and they are separating them with the little string that we saw before. They use a large brush to get all the air bubbles out and make sure it's flat and it's easy to dry. And another product that they make here at the paper making mill is not just paper that we can use. This paper is made with natural fiber and eggshell for protein, and then they put little seeds in it, and the farmers purchase these, and after 3 days it grows like this, and they can just cut it out, and when it gets bigger, then they can plant it in the soil. This paper is very fine, so again it's gone through the machine behind me, like a blender press to break down the fiber to make it really fine paper. Here at Gaong Xing Paper Mill, you can take the tour to learn how paper is made, and then after you can do a DIY project. You can do a handmade piece of paper with a mold like I did. You can do a fan, you can do your handprint on a piece of paper. Here's examples of what you can do behind me. We are now inside and I'm about to get a lesson on how to make paper, and then after I'm going to use a stamp to stamp a design on it. So let's see how to make paper. I'm in a paper making class. We've made the paper, we've put it in the press, and we're just waiting for all the water to get out of it, and then we're gonna see what we do next. Here's my pressed paper. Now we're gonna dry the paper. They've got these tables here that they're heated, and we're gonna put our paper pulp on it and it'll dry out, and then we'll see what we do next. Take it off. Okay, I've got it off, and now I'm putting it onto this heated thing. And now I'm getting the brush. And it's like cooking the paper on. Okay. Now I'm gonna go print.
Go.
Okay, now we're picking something to stamp on our paper. And if you follow me over here, I think I'm gonna do... Okay.
这中间的不有一个洞哈，现在把这个纸张呢，放在这个杯底上面呢，要放在中间的位置，给一点雾状，喷这。 覆盖在上面，然后拿起这种刷子做垂直开打，垂直开打。但是我刚才小心的拿起来，再换一张，欠起。
It's dry now. We're doing the fish. Good? Okay, so now we're going to put the ink onto the paper. Just on the top, right? Little, okay? Just a little, yes. Fish, yeah?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay, and then around here, the fish. You don't want to get inside, right?
Very good.
Okay.
把它拿起来。好，那我
Let
们
me
就到
show
那边
him. And then we're taking it over there to dry. So my paper is dry, my print is dry, and now we're going to put some bamboo wood dowels here so I can hang it up. It's harder than it looks. Okay, I've got it through, and now we're going to tie it, and then we're gluing. Glue here. Now I'm putting this in here. Gotta clear the string. And now I've printed my paper, I made my paper, I put the dowels, and it's ready to hang on my wall. So my DIY make your own paper decoration is finished.